Students at the beginner's level tend to become a little bit careless. What that means is you see any one of these and your mind immediately goes to one of them that you like more than the others. Some of you really like Nasarta, like it's your favorite. So whether it says Nasarat, or it says Nasarti, or it says Nasartu, something in your brain says, I'm looking at Nasarta because that's my favorite one. Some of you are inclined towards the feminine gender, Nasarat. So whether you see Nasarta or Nasarti or Nasartu, what does shaitan convince you? What are you looking at? Nasarat. So when you see the ta, you get messed up. Like, for example, yesterday I said, it was one of the tests, or one of the quiz questions, or the exercise questions was, aghwaytani. And this has an attached pronoun. Yeah, and when you get rid of the attached pronoun, you're left with this. And a bunch of you said she. Immediate thought was she. Now let me put those words again. Nasarat, Nasarta, Nasarti, and Nasartu. Do they all mean different things? Nasarat means what? She helped. Nasarta means you helped. Nasarti means feminine you helped. And Nasartu means I helped. Okay, now what a lot of you jumped when you heard Aghwaita, you jumped to she helped. Why? Because you see the ta, and apparently your favorite word among the four is which one? Nasarat. So you're like, I see a ta, I don't want to think anymore. But if you stop and pause, what would you discover is the actual match for aghwayta? Nasarta, anta. I'm pointing this out to you because this is a common mistake many of you make. You're not the first to make them. There have been thousands before you that have made them. So you have a tendency to make the same mistake. So watch out for it. I'm pointing out to you the places where you end up slipping up, right? So this is one of those places where you end up slipping up, okay? Now, another place you slip up. And I say, who disbelieved? And a very common answer that students give me when I say who disbelieved is she disbelieved. Okay? She disbelieved. Now, why this is the wrong answer, but I want you to understand why is this such a common wrong answer? Why do so many students, over 50% of beginner students, end up giving this wrong answer for this question? There's a statistical reason here. I want you to be aware of that so you can avoid that mistake for yourself. Kafarti is the feminine you, isn't it? It's the feminine you. And in the English language, feminine, immediately, where does your subconscious mind, what word pops in your head the moment you think feminine? That's why you say she. Because the English language doesn't have a feminine version of you. It has a feminine version of he, which is what? She. But it doesn't have a feminine version of you. It's just you. But in Arabic, there's 6 different yous. You, both of you, all of you, feminine you, both of you women, all of you women. It's 6 yous. That's not something we're subconsciously used to in English. So the moment we think feminine, the mind says, oh, I know, she. And that's a mistake. If this was she, it would have actually been kafarat. She disbelieved. You understand? So 2 possible places of common error I've identified for you, yeah? These are pitfalls. This is the thing that can be students make these mistakes. The problem also with you folks, I blame you, is you're dramatic. So what happens is you make a mistake like this one, you're like, forget it, I don't understand anything. Oh, it's too much. Well, yeah, it's one confusion. Not all of Arabic didn't fall apart. It's not Jenga blocks that you pull the long block and the whole thing fell apart. It's not a house of cards. It's one mistake. Don't dramatize it into, I just don't understand anything anymore. No, you don't understand one issue. Don't take one issue and make it everything. So what happens then is you end up overwhelming yourself, and when you overwhelm yourself, your brain stops working, and even the problems that were easy now become difficult because you've already told yourself it's difficult. Let me tell you something about, you probably already know this, those of you that have played sports before. Sports are have a lot to do with athletic ability, but equally, sports actually have to do with psychology. Sports, and every great team in the world and any sport has a sports psychologist. They actually have a sports psychologist. If you get under the skin of your opponent, if you get them anxious or nervous, or their normal performance goes away, doesn't it? And some of you aren't athletes, but you're gamers. How many gamers here? I'm a gamer. If you're scared of a boss and you're scared to attack, you're going to get crushed every time until you let go of that fear and you learn to, and even though you lose, you won't lose as badly until you just overcome the nervous agitation. There's a nervous agitation inside you that paralyzes you from learning. I want you to get past that in your Arabic studies. Make mistakes, it's okay, but don't let those mistakes be like the end of the world for yourself. You understand? That's an important thing I want you, because information is piling up and you understood 70%, then you 5% you got a little confused and you say, sir, I just don't understand anything, I just gave up. No, you were doing fine with 70%. You have a problem from 71 to 75%. That's the part you have a problem. Don't exaggerate that and say, I don't get anything. This kind of negative self-talk paralyzes you. It hurts you. It keeps you from learning, right? And so this is something that I've noticed in students quite a bit, and it's important that you address that. Okay.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video clip. My team and I have been working tirelessly to try to create as many resources for Muslims to give them first steps in understanding the Quran all the way to the point where they can have a deep, profound understanding of the Quran. We are students of the Quran ourselves, and we want you to be students of the Quran alongside us. Join us for this journey on bayinatv.com, where thousands of hours of work have already been put in. And don't be intimidated, it's step by step by step, so you can make learning the Quran a part of your lifestyle. There's lots of stuff available on YouTube, but it's all over the place. If you want an organized approach to studying the Quran beginning to end for yourself, your kids, your family, and even among peers, that would be the way to go. Sign up for bayinatv.com.